Hey, everybody. I'm here to support you today through these crazy, crazy times. I'm not about to go run and hide under a bush and let y'all, flail around by yourselves. I'm in this with you. Oh my gosh. I hope this is, yeah. I was going to say, I just hope that those people who have been watching me that are skeptical about what's going, about all the stuff that I've been saying and totally in denial. I hope that the plumes of smoke that are coursing through the air from every angle now are going to get their attention. Why isn't my president doing something about this? How come there are no hazmat teams out there taking care of this stuff? How come, it's like, oh my gosh. And as always, most of you have been with me for a while, and you know that I go through stuff first. I go through stuff. I sometimes I'm put through uncomfortable things so that I can be proof or validation or something of what you're either about to go through, or just, I'm being helpful, even if it's not fun to go through. So what I just went through was I went out to I went out to my cat enclosure, and my sweet little girls were taking a nap, and I had heard about what had gone on in Ohio, and I was like, well, that's unsettling, and air travels, and it's inevitable that it's going to get dispersed, or diffused, or not, yeah, just dispersed. So I was like, okay. I wasn't too worried about it in terms of like immediate, but I was thinking, like, who do I know that lives in Ohio? Who can I send blessings for? And I started thinking that way. And then when I went to check on my girls, I looked up over at the distance, and there was like a brown haze coming in. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, come on in, girls, come on, like, wake up, come on, let's get in the house, and then we got in the house, and I could smell a chemical smell. It was not smog. It was not coincidence. It was a chemical smell. I'm not saying it was Ohio. Some people get so hooked on these stupid details sometimes. I'm not saying it's Ohio. It could be Arizona. It could be Houston. It could be like there's so many different places that are like at least five that I know of. But there might even be more that going on. Who knows? Anyway, something was coming through the air in my direction that was chemicals, and I could tell it was dangerous and hazardous. So I took care of us, and I kept us indoors, and sealed us up as tight as I could, and hunkered down, and kind of went through the storm, and just kind of, like a hurricane hit, and an earthquake hit, you just get under the table, you cover up, and you just do the best you can. And I was giving them the Ivor stuff that you can take. I was giving all of us Ivor stuff, and I'm talking in code because of the censorship. And I also took charcoal. I took charcoal, for us and the girls too. They need obviously a lot less more than what we need, but I was just listening to my intuition as far as, what to give us. So then I heard all this, spirit shows you all these different things in all these different layers as you're going, as you're feeling it out. And when you stay calm, and when you don't freak out. Now, I've had PTSD, you guys. So, there is a reaction that always wants to happen in me when these things happen. However, through time and through testing, God has shown me, or spirit has shown me, not to panic, because it always works out, and it always turns out to be some kind of incredible miracle in my life. That's just the way things always turn out. And I figured it out, and I don't panic as much as I used to, but it's there. It's there, and I acknowledge it, and I just love it, and I tend to it. And I do the opposite, and I go into meditation, I dance around, I have fun, I play, I can get myself out of it, So then I found out that this, it doesn't even matter where the information came from, but I found out a great recipe for getting, what do you call it? Just basically just toxins and hazardous waste out of your body. And that is, we want to write this down. A quart of distilled water. This doctor came from like a million years ago. I posted this story in my Instagram, but I don't know how old the gal was, but a really, really long time ago. She said that distilled water is the best because it pulls toxins out of your body and gets it out of your bloodstream. I didn't even know that. I just knew distilled water was the best. Homemade distilled water is the best, you guys. So she said a quart of distilled water, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of sea salt, not Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt has toxic stuff in it too, guys. Sorry. Everything has bad stuff in it pretty much now, unless you're growing it yourself and you're making it yourself. And yeah, so anyway, so through all of this, I've been going through all these ups and downs, and and it's been uncomfortable, but I've made it really fun. I want this to be a time that the girls remember it being like a blast, and like, oh my gosh, I almost want that again, because that was so much fun, so much more fun than normal. That's what you got to do with these situations. You got to make it like, hey, we're camping, we're doing this cool thing, and I couldn't use the water either because it was gritty. The water was gritty. I could tell there was something in it. So I wouldn't touch the water for like a day or two until it started to feel better. The texture felt better and the smell started going away and the taste started going out of my mouth. But then it left me with a bunch of phlegm and it left me feeling all stuffed up. And you probably can hear it right now, a little bit still left over from yesterday. So that's a recipe that, what you do is you take the quart, the 1 teaspoon of the quart of distilled water, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of sea salt, and you take that every 2 hours, 4 times total. Okay. And that will completely flush all that stuff out. Now you can also use your belief system. If you're strong enough, you have to have faith in it. You can't pretend. You can't just say the words and then think that it's going to work. You got to really truly believe. So you have to talk to your cells in your body and say, my microbiomes are eating the radiation or the hazardous material as food. Nom, 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 nom. Like no matter what comes in my atmosphere, I'm eating it. Nom, 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 yum, yum, yum. Wolves, there were wolves that have survived off of, they have thrived in radioactive areas of the world. And when they studied them, they had I think it was called their microbiomes in their stomach actually had evolved along with they adapted to the situation and they became super mega strong and they were feeding off of they were actually eating off of the radioactive material. So, there's that. And then it was so funny. What made me even want to do this video was I was in the bath a minute ago. My hair's still a little bit wet, but it's getting pretty dry. Okay. So I was in the bath and I thought to myself, well, I guess if I die, then I'm going to die to the very best of my ability. My higher self, you guys know her as Celeste, started cracking up, just laughing so hard. And when she did that, I saw like a vision of beautiful green grass, totally clear air and blue skies and beautiful and like everything totally restored. Like this was some kind of nightmare. And I was like, I'm not going to die. And she starts laughing again. I'm like, I guess that's a no. Okay. and then I also remembered that the white hats, the alliance, the good guys behind the scenes, the Knights of the Templar, those guys behind all this that know what's going on and have to allow certain things to play out that are very uncomfortable for everybody, and casualties of war will happen. But they also have ways and technologies of where they can clear the air completely. You know that they can actually take a dump full of material, the most disgusting material, and they can put it through some kind of funnel that makes it come out as pure, pristine water on the other end. There are so many inventions out there that have been put, the kibosh has been put on them for a long time. But I really feel those things are going to start coming out, and they're going to so this is the big finale, the fireworks show that we've been anticipating for a long time. I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's popping a pimple, right? You got to pop the pimple that it all heals over, and then your skin looks nice again. It's like, this is the popping of the pimple. This is and I just looked down at this, guys. I didn't even put that there. It's the abundance card. What does it say? Being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to be creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more things show up. Okay. So that's abundance in all ways. It's like, trust yourself, trust your talent in changing times. Trust your talent in changing times. It's something that I quoted and put up that I look at sometimes. So, and there's even tricks when you die. You don't want to get caught in a perpetual reincarnation loop either. You want to go, from what I understand and what I've learned, when I learned when I was doing the sleep hypnosis class, they taught you that, because they have done tons of past life regressions and stuff. You don't actually want to go toward the light, toward your family, because it can be an illusion. You actually want to go toward the black void, the nothingness, believe it or not, which kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't in a way. But I would say it like this: no matter what you face, I don't care if we have an alien invasion, which I would not be surprised at all about. If that should happen, now I am a believer in aliens. Extraterrestrials absolutely exist, and I think it's almost ridiculous to think that you wouldn't. There's so much proof and evidence of it. I mean, just look at the hieroglyphics from way back when. They obviously had a UFO come help them and teach them how to do all kinds of things to survive in things. So that's just one little tiny thing. And I've talked to them. Arcturians even popped in the bath when I was just having that laughter session. So, and you do have to laugh. You got to laugh and blow off steam. Just crack up at that you're in these times. It's like, I came here for this. Are you kidding me right now? So aliens. Okay. So here's the thing to keep in mind: no matter what you face, no matter what it is, the biggest things to keep in mind is always love and present moment. Okay. So love, when you're reading into things intuitively, make sure you're not in fear. Make sure that you're in a state of love, period. End of story. That's the most important thing. Otherwise, you're going to be biased, and your intuition's going to be saying this thing, saying that thing, because you're worried and you're trying to get the right answer. So stop all the mind chatter, drop into your heart, and listen that way through your intuition. Hi, sweetie baby. Hi. So, and then once, okay, so then if you have a situation where everything is trickery right now, everything is is this real, or is that real, or is this it's definitely the end times. If people don't get that it's the end times right now, I don't even know. I don't get people who aren't waking up right now. I just don't get it. Anyway, and we're doing a blessing on all of this. Trust me. We're gonna get to all this. We're gonna do a big cleanup job today. Okay. So dropping in your heart is really important. And whether you have good aliens at your door or bad ones, whether they're saying, come to us, we will help save you, and they're luring you in and it's a big trick, or they're like, I'm going to take you over. You are now ours to munch on. Nom, nom, nom. Whatever it is that's coming at us, that's about to come at us, we have to look at it and just be like, what do my instincts tell me? Because is Is this the sweet guy who's got a little candy cane and he's like, come over here, little kid, come lick the candy cane? Is it that guy? Because you may fall for it initially and you might maybe, oh, the extraterrestrials are here to save us. And you may be like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. But that's in your initial reaction might actually be because your belief system says somebody's going to try to save you or whatever, So that could be a trick. But as you're walking toward it, again, drop in your heart. Your heart is your biggest indicator and your biggest guide. Drop into your heart as you're approaching the UFO. You're walking right up to it. You're buying a hook, line, and sinker. You're thinking God's on that UFO or something, and you're walking at it, and this beautiful golden light's coming out, and all of a sudden you just get this very subtle little, I don't know, did he just look at me funny? Or I don't know, those eyes kind of creep me out. Or I don't know, like if you get that inkling where you feel like it could be a trick for a minute, you better act quick, because whatever you could be dealing with could be really intuitive and could pick up on you switching real quick, and they could like be in your face, like in 2 seconds. I don't know, but just be prepared to just keep, even if you have to close your eyes and drop into your heart. Is this really where I want to go? Do I want to go forward into that? Do I really want to do this? Do I want to like be whatever, and maybe they're trying to evacuate everybody. They're telling everybody, go this way, go over there to be safe. You drop into your heart and say, 1 minute, 1 minute. No, my heart says no. Okay. If my heart said yes, I'd totally follow you right now, but it says no. I'm staying here. Thank you for the invitation, but no, So listen to this. No matter what you got to do or who you have to make wait or whatever, just keep coming back to your heart. Okay. No one's going to rescue you right now, guys. I'm so sorry. Nobody is coming to the rescue right now, because this has all got to come to a head for these people to wake up. It's got to. I mean, it has to. Terrible things have to happen right now in order for people to see what's going on and to want change. They have to want change. Their free will has to be screaming, please let there be change. A majority of everybody, that has to be going on. Please, I'm begging and pleading for change. Then they can come do their thing. But so I'm going to do a blissing right now to help all of us get into our heart before we start pulling some cards here. And I just want to make sure that we're coming from that pure, unbiased place. And then we're going to take a look at some cards, and then we're going to do a blissing on clearing the air, protecting the animals. If you ever smell anything weird in the air at all, get inside your house and buy an air filter. There's a company called EcoQuest. They have incredible air purifiers. Buy a distiller. The Cozy is a good one. COZ. What else? Most of you are prepared by now because you've been listening to me for a while. Hopefully you took my tips, and hopefully that's giving you a little peace of mind right now that you followed my tips. So, all right, so we're going to do the clearing in a little bit, but we're going to get some guidance right now. So drop into your heart, please. And it's good to breathe through your nose. It'll help you heal. It's the best way to breathe rather than through our mouths. So let's breathe through our nose, and it's good to take a big deep breath in and then another breath on top of it, and then blow it all out your nose too. Or it doesn't matter how it comes out, I guess. Okay, so it'll look like this. And I know I just did this before, but just in case you didn't catch it. Okay. Put your hand in your heart too, and feel your heart while you do it. Feels good, doesn't it? Ah, that feels so good. So we're going to get some archangels around us. We're going to get some support. So I'm going to use the 72 angels cards, plural. I'm meaning the magnifying glass. This is gold on blue, so it's really already hard to read. Okay. Which Archangel Michael's, which Archangel? Well, Archangel Michael's here with us too, for sure. Okay, so we got one angel that wants to help us. Another Archangel, please. They want us to pick 3. Okay, so who's the second Archangel that wants to come to our aid this time, please? That one, okay. And thank you. All right. So we have, I'm going to do my best to pronounce these. They're very difficult to pronounce. Damabaya. So say it 3 times when we're done. When we're done with this, the key is to say their name 3 times and you invoke their help. Okay, so this one is about a foundation of wisdom, purity, gentleness, goodness, radiates great spiritual values such as altruism, devotion, generosity, detachment, and unconditional love. Helps us advance the easy way. That is definitely would be great. Success in business that is used for the community. Awesome. Linked to water, seas, rivers, springs, emotions, and feelings. Okay. Providential person capable of solving compromising situations. Perfect. Okay. So, if you would like this angel to help you in your own life, and it's number 65, to say, Dhammabaya. Thank you so much for all your help and wisdom and helping us get through this as easy as possible. And remember too, that you're in God's jurisdiction. You're of the highest law. You're of the air, okay? And they're attacking. That's why they're attacking our air. They're trying to come into poison our jurisdiction, and we are not going to allow that. So, all right. So the second angel is number 21, Nelkael. All right. Facilitates learning, loves studying, successful exams, omniscient, goes from the concrete to the abstract, from reality to ideas, gifted in science, technology, and poetry, understanding of geometry, astronomy, astrology, and mathematics. That's interesting. Inspires scientists and philosophers, conscious of cosmic organization, good concentration, development of knowledge, anticipation, protects against calumny, spells, and trickery. Awesome. Exorcism through knowledge. Awesome. And teacher, excellent pedagogue. Okay. So Nelkael. And that's number 21 again, if you want to look up the number 21, the word 21. All right. Seems like there's something on my magnifying glass. Maybe it's fallen too many times or something. Okay. Kaliel, 18. Absolute truth. Thank you, Kaliel. We welcome you. Eliminates all doubt, proves innocence, divine justice, and karmic vision, court of jurisdiction for our conscience. Wait, did that just say court of jurisdiction? When I just say our jurisdiction is the air, it's God's. We're in God's jurisdiction. We are in God's just remember, we're in God's jurisdiction. Court of jurisdiction for our conscience, discerns what is right. Understanding of the interaction between good and evil. Awesome. Respects divine laws, perfect judgment and honesty. Judge, lawyer, notary, magistrate. Integrity, love of justice, discovers truth from up above, rediscovers the source of elevation, capacity to see through intentions. I was just saying that. Okay, so this is going to help us. Kaliel is going to help us to not fall into any more traps, okay? Help us to see the truth in all things. Thank you, God, for helping us see the truth in all things. Thank you so much for helping me be strong and have faith and have confidence. Thank you so much for helping me have a perspective where I can wrap my brain around all of this and feel really good about coming out on the other side of this. I know victory is at hand, you guys. I know it is. And I was just going to say something, just like what Celeste showed me. That's on the other side of this. We're going to be celebrating. So Kaliel, we welcome you to help us through these times. I forgot what I was going to say, but it'll come back. It'll come back if it was meant to be. So, oh, okay. Thank you. Solara, there's a gal named Solara, Solarah. She is a wealth of knowledge. That girl, she's wonderful. If you want to watch her, I feel like she is coming from a good place, and I feel like she really knows what she's talking about. She's obviously dealt with black magic quite a bit. And these guys who've been practicing black magic all this time, they are reaching for straws. They are doing their very best to grasp onto whatever they can and manipulate however they can and hold on to whatever they can for as long as they can, because they're getting flushed down the toilet. Okay. They know they're a turd about to be flushed down the toilet and come out in the sewage, and they're not looking forward to that trip. So, but they don't have any more power over us anymore. They're on their way out. And I've been feeling that. And I definitely, you guys know, haven't you guys been feeling for a while something very exciting is about to happen? Well, the very exciting thing is still on the other side of this big storm cloud. Okay. So just abundance is on its way. And I'm wearing green, and this is green. Okay. So I want to ask, we're going to take a look at Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, Kyle Gray. All right. Okay, guys, please let us know the energy that we're in right now and words of wisdom for these crazy times, please. And maybe even what we're about to face, because it could get worse before it gets better, guys. This is the grand finale. I mean, this is the very best they got. They're throwing it all at us. You know, I heard somebody talk on Instagram about how the narcissists, when they start losing control, they freak out and just start throwing everything they can at you. You know, they start, haven't you ever been with a narcissist and they just start freaking out and shrieking, and they're grabbing dishes and throwing them, and they're throwing the glasses, and they'll grab anything they can that's around them and throw the remote control, and they'll throw the chair, and they'll throw whatever's there. So that's what they're doing right now. They're just like throwing it all at us. So laugh at them, because they have no power. They absolutely have no power anymore. Their time of ruling is over. So, all right. Here we go. What's it going to be? Memories of Atlantis. Isn't that interesting? Memories of Atlantis. To say underneath, spiritual acceleration and progress of technology. So you guys might be having like internet issues like I've been having as well. But it's all getting revamped. Okay, so memories of Atlantis. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll read the whole thing. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connection. Their disrespect for the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysm that brought the civilization to an end. The Atlanteans who had continued to live with spiritual integrity had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. So some of the ones that continue to live with spiritual integrity achieved full ascension. Okay. They went beyond the physical realm as it was being destroyed, and they went to the realm of the light. And we're having, and this is like coming, memories of Atlantis is coming up again in these times. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistakes now. Wow. So right now, it's really important that we keep that connection with God by staying present in the moment. If there is one thing I keep coming back to, no matter what the hell is going on, what kind of chaos is happening out there, the number one most solid thing in my mind, because I've been through it, experience is everything sometimes. And that's why I don't believe some of the people who are acting like those fumes that weren't out there. Like some people, I don't know if they're in denial or what, but they're like trying to act like that's nothing. Like it's some kind of fear porn or something. I'm like, if it was fear porn, it'd be on MSM. It'd be all over the news if they were trying to use it. I mean, I see the tactic of scare, yeah. There's so many different elements to it. But anyway, the most important thing is to stay connected to God, is to hold hands with God in the present moment, because you manifest whatever you need in that moment. The past does not exist, you guys. The future does not exist. The only thing that exists is you hearing me talk right now, moving my hand and my lips moving and my eyes blinking. That is the only thing that's actually real right now, right here in this moment. And not even how I moved my hand a minute ago. That doesn't exist now either, because that's in the past. The way that I'm talking to you right now, and especially the space between the words that I'm saying, are the most important things to pay attention to right now in these times. So don't even worry about trying to figure it all out. Don't even worry about what timeline you're going to be on. Don't even worry about whether we're going into a trap or we're going into, the new Eden, the new earth, whatever. Don't allow your mind to even think or conceive of ideas. As much as possible, be the observer. Be aware as you're focusing on anything in the room. Be aware that there are another set of eyes looking back at you as you're doing it. Clear your mind at least for 10 to 20 minutes a day, or twice a day, or 3 times a day. Do Qigong. Be cultivating the Qi in your body. That's what's going to get rid of the toxins. That's what's going to keep things from coming into and penetrating your energy field. That's what's going to keep you. That's what's going to help you to listen to your intuition and get the good direct guidance that you can feel confident in. That's what's going to give you faith. That's what's going to help you feel really happy up till the last minute. And the things may look totally chaotic around you, and you may just be laughing and having the best time, and boom, you're snapped out of there and you're over to the new earth. And you guys know I'm going to mention my dream again, and I know you've heard it a million times, but I was at a party and I was amongst people. We were eating snacks and stuff, and somebody said, or I noticed there needed to be some more bean dip or something. So I went into the pantry, and I wasn't even at my house. I was in somebody else's house, but I went to get something out of the pantry. And when I walked into the pantry, it was like Lion Witch in the wardrobe. I wasn't there anymore. I turned around to look for the door, and it wasn't there anymore. I was in a whole other world, and it was beautiful. And there was this beautiful meadow, and it was just gorgeous. So, don't waste a bunch of time and worry and fear and all of that, because you're cultivating loosh for the dark side when you're doing that. They're feeding off of that fear. And so you want to stay as neutral as possible and not see anything as good or bad. Just stay really clear in the present moment as you go through all these different things. Slough it off and get the bad energies out of you by dancing, like I said, or laughing, or doing whatever you can. Do Byron Katie's work, whatever you can. Just get rid of it as quick as you can, and you'll keep riding those waves better and better. And then You never know if all of a sudden you're going to be doing something 1 minute and the next minute you're somewhere completely different. And remember, in the Bible, it also says there will be people who are together and all of a sudden, boom, one bump's just taken, gone. No pain or anything involved. Okay. You know, if you've been working on developing yourself and you're one of these, like they said with the Atlanteans, the one who stayed committed to their spiritual practices and didn't take things for granted, and they were devoted, those are the ones that and actually managed to go, you know, some other place. They went to the light. They didn't go, you know, feeling tortured and hurting and, you know, agony and all that kind of stuff. Like, they went very peacefully and very quickly. Boom. So for some reason I closed the door. I mean, I closed the book. I closed the doors. I closed the door. What does that mean? Star gathering. Star gathering. Yeah, I've been getting all, remember like a week or two ago, I said something about feeling all these tower moments going on at the same time as I was experiencing these incredible miracles. I feel like that was like in my life, the microcosm, and now it's the macrocosm. So it's the same thing. So remember that balance is key. Just hold your balance through the whole thing, because I think there's going to be some very, very exciting stuff happening and some very terrifying stuff as well. So, oh yeah, that's yeah. I'm not even going to read the rest of it. It was some kind of, I closed it for a reason, so I'm just going to leave it closed. All right. So let's put this aside. The secret language of color cards. We're going to look at those next. A card that needs to come out. Okay, right. Okay, so what color do we need to focus on, or what message do we need out of this deck of cards? What message do we need out of this deck of cards, please? Gold. Wow. What color do you think of when you think of abundance? Gold. Oh, and it's right after apricot, which was the last one we had. Okay, gold. Gold provides clarity in decision making, attracting abundance, expanding awareness, and clearing the path to wisdom, knowledge, and joy. Strengthen all fields of the body and spirit with gold, the strongest color for healing all illness, but use it wisely. To attract abundance, focus on activating golden energy in the palms of your hands. Okay, so then it says abundance. Hold a gold coin in each of your palms and focus on the gratitude for the abundance you already have. Close your eyes and bliss the coins, imagining them multiplying into a mountain of abundance. Okay, so I want you guys to do this right now. We're just going to do it right now. And okay, so just relax. And imagine that you're holding a coin in each of your palms and focus on the gratitude for the abundance you already have. Okay. Close your eyes and bliss the coins, imagining them multiplying into a mountain of abundance. Activate the golden energy in your palms, by sending golden light into them. When your hands begin to tingle, you'll know that when appropriate, everything you touch can now turn to gold. Say to yourself, or say out loud, Divine Spirit, open the well of abundance in my heart and attract continuous blessings into my life. Divine Spirit, open the well of abundance in my heart and attract continuous blessings into my life. Divine Spirit, open the well of abundance in my heart and attract continuous blessings into my life. Now. All right. Now remember also that you can command yourself. You can command your cells. You can tell your cells what you want them to do. And like I was saying, you know, just tell your cells, this is all for our benefit. This is all helping us heal. All the energies coming to our field are here to feed us, to energize us. All right, so we're going to look at these dream cards. All right, what do the dream cards have to say to us right now? The dream cards. What do the dream cards have to say to us about these crazy times we're going through right now? This moment is the foundation of all future moments. Wow. Open your mind and receive each moment as a new and exciting possibility. So that's the other thing. Stay in a state of eager anticipation in every moment. Anticipate something wonderful about to happen. Stay in that kind of energy, and you're going to be attracting something wonderful on the other side of this. You are special. The most special this world is ever going to see. Follow your bliss, walk your own path, and let your special talents shine through for everyone to see. Remember, I just said, trust your talents in changing times. So I said that for a reason. Now, also, there was this Instagram post where this girl said, all of us are different. All of us have a different set of eyes. All of us have a different number of hairs on our head. Everybody has a different skin color, even by the slightest bit. Everybody has a different amount of like eyebrows and eyelashes and like we're all different and unique. And like, so why would you think that everybody should believe the same thing? Why can't you believe in some magical Chronicles of Narnia reality that we're just like pushing our way through some coats in the closet right now, but we know it's bringing us somewhere wondrous? Why can't we just believe that and pop out of the closet in this beautiful world on the other side? We can do anything we want to. We don't have to all be believing the same things. If somebody's out there talking about how they don't believe in aliens, you don't have to buy into that. If they're over here believing this and that's going to happen and that we're following the Bible's timeline and that we still have 8 years of tribulation to go, we don't have to believe that. There and what's his face? Oh, what's his name? That guy, Ishmael. Oh my gosh, he put out this really funny Instagram yesterday. I was cracking up because it was this really ominous. He was saying you have an infinite number of parallel realities that you can pop over to any moment. So it's important you stay of the highest vibration and stay really grounded as possible right now, so you can like shift over into one of those better realities as we go along. Some of us have to experience all the same collective stuff, but then we start breaking off and have, other things. So, but he had this ominous music in the background, this really scary, freaky music. And I noticed it. I was like, what the heck? And somebody was like laughing in the comments and they said, dude, I just saw like some freaky thing on Rosemary's Baby, and then I have you on here saying this great message, but this horrible like scary music in the background. And I started laughing so hard because I thought the same thing. I was like, what the heck? Why would he put that music in the background? It's like you're like totally conflicting energies there. So yeah, so I'm going to read this again. You are special, okay? The most special you this world is ever going to see. Follow your bliss, walk your own path, and let your special talent shine bright for everyone to see. So we are the phoenixes rising from the ashes in all of our glory. And we are going to rise out of these ashes, okay? And we are going to do it with a pep in our step and with our own flavor. And we are going to start shining bright the way we were meant to all along. Imagine the life you really want to live and observe your surroundings through new possibilities. Shape your consciousness to include your dreams. So I feel like this is an exercise I learned a long time ago. It's like, imagine the world as you want to see it right now, even though all of this is going on. It's not denial. It's just like kind of, it's like, when you have a tattoo that you're stuck with and you have to like, okay, well, I have the tattoo. There's nothing I can do to like erase the tattoo. I think they now have things that can, but I'm going to come up with something to put over it. Right. So you kind of look at your reality. Okay. So I know that there are plumes of smoke out there with toxic stuff floating around that I don't want to necessarily breathe in. So paint your reality with blue skies, white puffy clouds, everything cleared away. Imagine all of the fumes going up and being transmuted or dropping down into the earth and getting transmuted Earth is powerful. Mother Earth is so powerful. So be imagining all of that, and imagine living on that, in that scene that Celeste was showing me, that gorgeous scene of the green grass and the blue skies. Imagine being there. And it's like you're calling that in, you're calling that experience into you, or you're going to be called to it. You're going to be a match to it. So keep imagining what it is that you actually really want, and take your attention away from the horror movie. Shut the horror movie off, and spend time. At least you can look at some of that stuff, but do it from a detached observer perspective is what I would recommend. As you're doing that, just be aware there's another set of eyeballs you're watching. You watch it. Okay, that's going to help split your consciousness, and it'll help you to stay grounded, and it'll help you to keep your spiritual perspective as well. But then come out and just make sure you dive deep into like your meditation, into your essence, into quieting your mind completely. So imagine the life you really want to live. Observe your surroundings through new possibilities. Shape your consciousness to include your dreams. So I feel like there's a lot of dream warfare out there. Make sure that whatever you think about, or whatever you see, or whatever you any of that, but just before bed, is going to stay on your mind and affect your dreams. So make sure you also put lots of protection around yourself before you go to bed too, because people are getting psychically attacked. If you should go through dream paralysis or like sleep paralysis, just drop any judgment of it or any fear of it. Just be okay with it being there. Just be like, I'm deciding I'm not moving. Take the power away from whatever the energy is that's trying to hold you down, and just be like, I'm deciding not to move. And when you take your power back and you're not scared of it, you're going to be able to move, from what I understand. Okay. We attract what we are. Therefore, dreaming is a journey within. What inner beliefs are still restricting you, putting you down, and making excuses that hold you back from your dreams? So it's time to be addressing your fears. And remember also that you've got Bach flower essences that you can use for anything. Just, go to the natural grocers or whatever you've got around you, and look for, there's the ones about courage, facing fear, loving unconditionally. There's feeling secure. Like there's all, and they work. They totally work. Just drop those drops in your water, and you only need like one drop. There's even one for shock. Star of Bethlehem is for shock, trauma. All right. Also, for anxiety, I recommend standard processes. What is it called? It's totally went out of my head. Well, there's Neuroplex. Neuroplex is one. I'm gonna go look for it. Hang on a second. I want to tell you, it's worth it. It's really good. Okay, it's Mintran. Okay, so we got time. Yeah, see, we got time. Time spent worrying is just time spent. Okay, so just be mindful of the way that you're spending your time. Make the best use of your time possible. You want good quality time. Okay. Surrender. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Divine intervention is trying to come in, but you worrying and trying to control it all is getting in the way. Okay. What else do we need to know? Change course. I think a lot of people are going to be moving, so move to where you feel inspired to move. Maybe a place has been coming to mind, and maybe it's time to go there. A closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. So anything that you encounter right now that feels like a closed door to you, you're going to have another opportunity coming where you're going to be able to walk through that door, and it's going to be even better than what the closed door is. And then I just looked at this one, like tons of choices. So, even in true love, guys, if your masculine hasn't done anything by now, like, it's time to just give up on that and just, look for these other choices. Look for somebody else that comes through. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. Absolutely. Yeah. So just be developing your spiritual connection, your intuition, and all those things that are actually important, learning how to stay present in the moment and all of that. And you'll be able to make the right choice when the decision is there, when it's time. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Okay. Invitation. Look at all the love coming. Invitation with feelings. Maybe somebody is going to come to you with some feelings. It's in the energy right now, guys. And passion. So the words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. Yes, let them be love. But I do feel that you have words of love coming. Light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. So someone's coming to you with some deep desires they're going to finally be expressing to you. And you will be able to express it back. Healing begins with feeling. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. Just remember, it can do wonders just to put your hand on your heart and remind yourself, I love you. You got this. It's okay to be scared. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. Talk to yourself. Use your name. Just reassure yourself and just, like that. It says happiness. Your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness, your choice. But I feel like this is you talking to yourself when you're in the darkness and just reassuring yourself it's going to be okay. Just be that for yourself right now. Nobody, set yourself free. Don't give your power away needing those words of reassurance from anybody else. You do it yourself. Okay, if beating yourself up worked, you'd be thin, rich, and happy. Try loving yourself instead. Absolutely. All right. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the Sword of Light Oracle. Let us know either what's happening like past the show. Past the big fireworks show, what's actually really happening. When there's a fireworks show going on, is it everything? No, it's a big distraction. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. But what's going on behind the scenes? People kissing, people making love, people making dinner, people talking, people having great talks, people admitting things to each other. Some people sleeping right through it. Real life is happening outside of the big fireworks show. So keep it in perspective. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. That's a lot of abundance. We've seen so many cards about lots of options, lots of different doors we can go through, lots of different infinite possibilities of parallel realities, right? So the way forward is open and it's up to you. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. In God's jurisdiction, and of the standing on the land, not the water. For those of you who understand what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, dude, you guys got to start really working on your freedom, working on sovereignty. And people really misconstrue what sovereignty means. And if there's just a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of misinformation. Okay. Change is coming. Yay. Look how happy she is. Look at all the butterflies. It doesn't say doom is coming. Change is coming. I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Wow. I mean, sometimes things got to get shaken up to create better paths. Honestly, it's like how else was all the change supposed to happen? You know, it had to shake everybody up. This is a blessing in disguise, you guys. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. Even better than you have been daring to dream. Make a decision. Oh my gosh, look at the heart or the feather. Which one is lighter, right? Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. And make your heart as light as a feather and let go of what no longer serves you. Balance out in your life and go forward. Like I feel an energy of like courageous fearlessness. Just like, well, sometimes you have to get to that point where, well, if we're going to die, we're going to die. I'm going to go out like a kamikaze, you know, I'm just going to, there was this other Instagram I just saw like that too. This guy was just like, well, F it. I'm alive. I'm alive. And let's go get him. Let's go balls out, you know? And I just felt that the Nefarians get really scared when I just said that. It's true. Little Nefarians, they're coming for you. All these people you've been trying to curse and take their luge. Have no fear. Look at this badass has got your back. Have no fear. And that's you. That's your higher self. You just don't know it yet. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. All right, so you're ready to go charging forward into truth and start kicking some serious ass. It's time to stand up in a peaceful, loving way, but insist on the truth. Don't fall for lies. All right, one more. You are protected. Oh, look at the angel pouring down. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just hugged myself like that yesterday. I was like, Amy, I love you so much. You were so sweet. And I was like, I love you. You got to do that. Who else is going to do it? You got to do that for yourself. You are protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. Look at Archangel Michael up there. He doesn't even want any credit. He's just in the background working his butt off for you guys. Just to help you feel safe and secure. Give yourself a hug right now. Give yourself a big hug and give yourself some credit. Love up on yourself. You deserve it. Okay. So let's take a look at what's coming. Let's take a look at what's coming. We've got these are called messages from spirit, I guess, or yeah, I don't know. Okay. Oh my gosh. This card just like flipped over. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. So have faith. I mean, this is going to be the most incredible grand finale ever. It had to look really, really bad to make sure everybody buys into a big change to happen and to cause this huge relief. Yes, the money system's falling apart. Yes, all this scary stuff is going to happen. All of the, like, oh my gosh, all the, you know, all of that. But it all has to, Babylon has got to stop babbling on. It's got to just crumble and fall and be destroyed for a big rising up to start happening and replenishing to happen. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Now, remember, I was talking about those technologies that we have that could totally change the air like right now. Those changes can happen very swiftly, very quickly. So, but we got to get all this bad stuff destroyed so that it cannot, no longer can these manufacturing companies be putting that poisonous stuff in our foods anymore. We burned it up. We sent it off. It's out of here. You know, it's not, that stuff's not going to be mixed into our food and stuff anymore. We got to start all over again and rebuild. So listen and follow the guidance of your heart. You will be led. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Well, it may be that the worst is soon behind you, but either way, like, you are safe. You are protected. They're making a note of it. Some of you may have to look up Xana, Zanna. Maybe that means something. I don't know. Maybe you'll learn more there. Your deceased loved ones. I feel like your deceased loved ones are also holding your hand through the process, and they're there to help lead you too. They're not going to just bail on you and hide under a bush either. Like, they're not gonna. They're there through thick and thin, no matter what. I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. But I think what they're actually saying is, I'm helping you stay happy and at peace, and I love you very much. Please do not worry about yourself or your family. I just got, didn't I just say a little bit ago that we're having the victory in this? We're having the victory in this. Victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Keep manifesting what you want. Again, with the deceased loved one, if you're trying to make a decision, you might be confused because you don't have enough information. So just do some research. Take excellent care of yourself and your body right now. Give yourself a relaxing massage, take a bath, things like that. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about, but negativity will block your progress. So just make sure you're spending plenty of time fantasizing, dreaming, eager anticipation, staying in the moment, cultivating as much joy, peace, and happiness as you can in any given moment, or at least have some in your day. At least break up the constant worry and stress. And I know some of you, I have a wide range of you guys, from people who worry constantly and can't stop worrying to people who are pretty close to enlightenment. But just as much as you can stop your mind, the better off you're going to be, as many times a day as you possibly can. Even if it's 5 minutes, 5 times a day, that would do a lot. It would do you a world of good. Okay, forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger, as it's blocking your health and happiness. So let your anger out, let it go. Do the thank you God for my misery exercise that I have here on YouTube, and start forgiving everybody and everyone, because we need to be dropping in our heart and really healing ourselves and everyone else. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Don't go into denial about anything. Admit what you're feeling and love yourself through it. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. Deep emotional healing is happening right now as a result of us facing our biggest fears. Your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. Perfect. Take a time out. Take care of yourself. Sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Make time for self-care. Take care of yourself, take care of yourself, take care of yourself, and heal is what they're saying. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Okay, so take care of yourself, and there are going to be some really incredible things that are about to happen for everybody. All right. All right, now we're going to look at some spirit card oracle guidance, and then we'll do a blessing and be done. Well, I might look at some tarot cards too. Do I have those other ones? I like those other cards, but I don't know where they are right now. Okay. There's a card that flipped over. Laugh at it all. Humor is the best medicine and your greatest weapon against negativity. Stop talking about negative things in your life and start only talking about what you're grateful for. Take your complaints inside to hash out in the stillness of your heart. You can do that doing Byron Katie's work, or you can do it just by like, oh, thank you, God, for that I have this. Thank you, God, that I have that. Thank you, God, that I have all these wonderful blah blahs. Thank you that I da 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 da. Like just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on until you feel almost high from it. Miracles are headed your way soon. So hang tight, stay positive, and keep your thoughts on what you'd like to see show up in your world, because you'll be crying happy tears. Cry and get it out. This is just a purging to clear the way for better things ahead. You've done nothing wrong. You're on the right path to making your dreams come true, even. So you have not gone off course. You're not in some terrible timeline. This is just a collective energy that needs to play out, okay? You're not going to get that apology you think that they owe you. You got to stop giving your power away. Give yourself what you need in the words that you need to heal, not the other person. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to come help. Nobody's going to apologize. Nobody's going to give you nothing. You have to you got to take care of you. You've got to tend to your own feelings. Stop it. Stop like insulting yourself by giving your power away to anybody else. When spirit urges, it's time to take action. Train yourself to pay attention to those nudges and act on them quickly. So, yeah, act on them quickly. Okay, so, yeah, what was that one? Please just let go. You're clinging too tightly to what you want as if it's eluding you. This is only pushing it away. Have faith it's coming because it is. So just have that certainty in that knowing. That's the energy you need to be putting out. It is what you think and say it is. So be aware of what you're affirming, because you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Use an affirmation to replace that energy with when you're worried. All right. One more. Just make a wish. We'll conspire to make it come true. So don't forget to make a wish and ask spirit to provide for you the life that you want. Don't buy into all the other garbage. Don't get whipped up in the shitstorm. You stay the center of the storm. Stay calm and let God know what you want. God, thank you so much for bringing me to the other side of this, peaceful and happy and thrilled and celebrating. Thank you, God, so much for all the incredible abundance pouring down on me. Thank you so much for all my wonderful friends and family who are supporting me and who are, here for me in a time of need. Thank you so much. People are opening their eyes and they're seeing the truth of what's going on in our world because of this. And, I know that it had to happen to have everybody wake up. And I'm just so appreciative and grateful that it's happened so that we can get so we can get to healing it all. Okay. For some of you, you need to mind your own business and focus on loving yourself. Okay. I got to take my next dose of that stuff. So you need to mind your own business and focus on loving yourself the way that other person can't love themselves. In doing so, you're healing the world. So it's up to you. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. If you have an inspired idea, that means that you are there to implement it. Don't put that on someone else or wait for somebody else to do it. You go take the bull by the horns and make it happen. Okay, so Spirit, what do you want to tell us about the days to come? What do you want to tell us about the days to come? Okay. Slowly but surely, we are going to get to that finish line and to that victory if we stay steadfast and strong and grounded and just take it one step at a time, one moment at a time, and don't get it whipped up in our heads. Okay. Heal the worry and the fret, the fear. Okay. Get your courage and speak your truth from that place of courage and bravery. And connect sweetly with people. Connect from the heart. Oh, wow, you might be ready to love again. You might hear from someone who's going to give back to you from a balanced place, someone who's finally balanced their masculine and feminine energies, balance of masculine and feminine energies, you know, ready to love again because it's all balanced. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. And the past could involve past lives. So, what else? We're manifesting, healing, celebration, and victory. We're manifesting, healing, maybe even travel, maybe even nakedness, celebration, and victory and triumph over all this. So we might also be changing careers, getting divorces. I mean, massive change is happening right now, but for the better. I really do feel it's for the better. And heighten your intuition at this time. You might be getting some more psychic gifts as a result of all this. Be aware, extra aware of your inner knowingness and its trustworthiness. All right. So, wow, perfect timing that I get to go take my medicine now. All right. Let's do the blissing. So everybody just, I want you to be putting the energy out there of healing the animals that are being affected by these energies, by any innocence. I call them innocents. Anybody who is innocent. We're going to put protection over them. We're going to put awareness on, lend them energy of awareness and of awakening if their higher self allows and is willing. And also a standing up of the brave and courageous, being able to speak their truth and stand in their truth and start ignoring the illusions and heading straight at the goal line, which is our freedom, which is, freedom from the tyranny, freedom from all of the crazy, chaotic stuff out there that isn't necessary. That's just not necessary. Okay. I mean, it's necessary in order for change to happen, but no longer necessary. It's never been necessary to have any of that nonsense in our world. It's been created by the Nefarians to keep us under fear. So now we're going back to real life. We're going back to organic, real, authentic life. So at least we are on this channel. Okay. Hama shashin tai san se he la poma anatai ke. Hala shishin na hupum hama ana take la hansa se la shishike na I. Hala hama ha na shishike na tain sa se la apo poma mahapa na tai la kensa. Sa shulo pum pama hama ana heke na te chinche. Hala sanse e la kiripe maon ha shishina tetaika sanse hela shishina tetaita tanse chikin hupum pumamaan tatain hala sanse she na takins sasa she ela on tatanda tain ha tatenta chichin hepema ha pama anaha ogon ha pa pushishina tan tansena. Expediting harmony and bliss and balance, getting through to that angel who's helping us get there easier. Moldavite. If you have Moldavite, be using that right now, because Moldavite not only helps heal your heart, but it helps you get from point A to point Z easier, quicker, and smoother. All right. Hasasela hena shishi nata ike hela sase na pumama amanaten shishiki la anata sasena hele pipim polakri nata sansashi nata ike. I'm warning all the innocents to go somewhere, burrow down in somewhere or hide somewhere if they smell like any kind of chemical smell. And I'm putting like a haze around them, a protective haze around them, kind of like their own little ecosystem around them in their aura to keep them breathing fresh air, even if they're in a toxic environment. Tai na shishi hi pumama ha na again sase. Hala hat pump hama hama an aike. So focus on self-care, okay? So focus on self-care right now. All right, I love you guys. Sending you a big, big hug. Hopefully you feel better, and just keep your chin up and stay out of fear, and just keep coming back into your heart and coming back into the quiet. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.